Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're just stumbling across today's video. My name is Emma. So now that 2019 is officially over, I thought I'd go over all of my favorite things of the year, including fashion, beauty, lifestyle, travel, food, music, TV, all that good stuff. I kind of wanted to break down all of my top favorite things that I discovered in 2019, or that I really used in 2019, or that I re-fell in love with in 2019. I just kind of wanted to go over everything and kind of look back at the year and kind of see what my top favorite things were. And I honestly just thought that it would be a really fun idea to kind of look back on 2019 and reflect on it. I feel like it was such an amazing year. I feel like I traveled a ton, I experienced a ton of new things, and I also tried a bunch of new products. I also purchased a few things, so I definitely have some favorite moments and favorite things from 2019 that I wanted to share with you guys. So I took some time and did a little reflecting on my past year and wrote down a ton of things that came to mind on my iPhone, and I just kind of wanted to run them through with you guys. So for fashion, definitely my top favorite would probably be my Prada boots that I purchased this year. You guys know I'm obsessed with them and I wear them all the time. I always talk about them, but I truly do really love the Prada boots that I purchased this year. I purchased two styles, and I also purchased a Prada bag. So honestly, Prada in general for me, I think was a top favorite because they were my three biggest purchases this year, and I feel like just Prada in general as a brand, I really love this year, and it was definitely a top favorite. So shout out to Prada. You definitely were on the top of my list this year for fashion. So I'll obviously have photos inserted as I go, so for reference for you guys to see while I'm chatting about my favorites. So I'll obviously have some photos here of me styling my Prada boots that I absolutely adore and that I'll definitely be taking into 2020 with me because they're just amazing. Another one of my favorites this year are definitely my Balenciaga bow heels. Those guys I am completely obsessed with. I got them for Fashion Week actually this past September, and I honestly love them so much. I had my eye on them for a really long time, and then I finally got them, so I love those still, and I really do think I'll have those for a really long time. I think they're super timeless, very my style, super girly, but at the same time kind of edgy. So I'm just like obsessed with the heel in general. They're so cool. I'll definitely be bringing those into 2020 with me again into spring. Those are just like the coolest, so I love those. Another favorite for fashion for me was, I feel like in the springtime, pastels were really big. I love pastels in general. So the pastel trend for me in 2019 was definitely one of my top favorite fashion trends. I think I definitely did that for spring and summer. Pastels were like my go-to. I think my feed was like pastel feed goals for like the entire spring summer, and I honestly hope that pastels come back into trend for spring and summer because I really love that trend and I honestly can't get enough of pastels. Another fashion trend that was my favorite for 2019 are feathers, and I feel like feathers have always been cool to wear, but they definitely blew up as a trend in 2019. I definitely did a fair share of styling feathers myself, as you can see in these photos. It came in all different types of forms: dresses, bags, shoes, pants, two-piece outfits. Like, it truly came in all different shapes and sizes, the feather trend. So I'm definitely here for it, and I really hope that it sticks. Another fashion trend that I was obsessed with this year, I feel like, was the 90s trend. And I feel like the 90s trend has been back for a while now, but I really do think for spring 2019 it was like huge, and everyone was dressing like a little Brandy Melville girl, including myself. But I just feel like that's so 90s with like the chokers and all. Like for Coachella especially, I feel like everyone went 90s. It was just super cool seeing everyone like redo the 90s style and with like their own twist, which I still feel like it's gonna carry over to 2020, but I feel like 2019 was definitely a big year for the 90s. Another favorite of mine, a little bit more recently actually, I discovered the brand Set Active. I actually knew about them for a while, but I just started wearing them, and they're this activewear brand based in LA, and I actually just met the founder. She's so sweet. Shout out to Lindsay. But I wanted to shout out her brand because I literally wear Set Active every single day that I'm off, and I think that it's so comfortable, so flattering. I'm just like obsessed with the brand in general, so I'll definitely have the link down below. But yeah, they're definitely a 2019 favorite of mine because I feel like if you wear the same thing every single day, it kind of automatically becomes a favorite, and that's what Set Active is to me, to be honest with you. And then my last favorite for fashion would definitely be vintage designer, and I feel like I've always been interested in vintage designer, but definitely in 2019 I definitely started investing in vintage designer pieces and really looking into it like on a bigger level, I guess you could say. I almost became obsessed with vintage designer pieces in 2019, and I definitely made a ton of purchases with vintage designer stuff. So obviously if you guys have seen my luxury designer haul or my luxury designer collection, you guys know know everything that I have. I'll have it linked down below if you guys want to watch that. But yeah, I definitely made a ton of vintage designer pieces, and I feel like just in 2019 as a year, I kind of appreciated vintage designer more and just kind of became a little bit more interested than I always have. So definitely one of my 2019 favorites, and I know I'm bringing that into 2020 because I'm obsessed with vintage designer now. Okay, so moving on to beauty favorites of 2019, definitely the first beauty thing that I wanted to mention are my hair extensions. And I actually got hair extensions for the first time in 2019. I actually got them put in the week before Coachella this year in April, and I was only supposed to wear them for a week for Coachella, and then I still have them in my head. So these guys are definitely a favorite for 2019 because I honestly don't think I can go into 2020 without them. I just won't feel myself. Another favorite that also has to do with hair are my bangs, and ironically today I've pinned my bangs back, but I did get fringe or bangs, whatever you want to call it, done in the summertime, and I'm obsessed with them, and I really think that it kind of transformed my look and really transformed the way I really style myself. So I'm really happy with the decision I made to cut my hair and do bangs on my face because I really do think that it completely transformed my look, and I definitely consider them a favorite this year. So one last thing, I feel like 2019 was the year for hair because I have another hair favorite, and that is the Stunning Queen waves. And I actually have a hair tutorial on this channel if you guys want to watch it, but I discovered a new hairstyle this year, and it is the crimped Stunning Queen hair. I've never done it before 2019, so really in 2019 this hairstyle thrived for me, especially at the beginning of the year and in the spring and summer. Not so much anymore since I cut my bangs, but in 2019 as a whole I definitely styled my hair with these waves a ton, as you can see in these photos. So the Stunning Queen waves, shout out to you, you're definitely a favorite in 2019. So now on to makeup, I guess, in the beauty category. So one of my top favorites this year has definitely been the lip gloss that I'm actually wearing right now. I wear this lip gloss literally all the time. I think I found my favorite lip gloss ever, you guys. When I tell you that, I'm not even joking. It is the Chanel Rouge in shade 722, I believe. But I love this lip gloss. It is not sticky. It's super smooth. Such a pretty shade. I just love it, and I can't get enough of it. So definitely one of my 2019 favorites because I've been wearing it for a while now, and I honestly feel like I just can't live without it. Another beauty favorite in 2019 was the Dior Backstage Glow palette, and I actually discovered this palette in 2018. However, I have still used it. It's still going strong. I wear this highlighter palette every single day, so I definitely consider it still a 2019 favorite because, like I said, I wear it all the time and I'm completely obsessed with it. I'm definitely bringing that into 2020 as well because it's just nothing compares. Another beauty favorite has to be the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer, and again, I think I discovered this in 2018. However, it has been my ride or die bronzer for 2019. I don't think I've honestly used hardly any other bronzer in 2019, so I can definitely thank Marc Jacobs for my bronzy glow because that is the bronzer that I've been ride or die all 2019, and I'm obsessed with it. So definitely one of my favorites. And then moving on to scents and fragrance, also in the beauty category, obviously I have to give a shout out to my custom candle that I collaborated with Mala the brand. It was definitely one of my favorites of 2019. If you guys didn't know, I created a candle in collaboration with a local Vancouver company here called Mala the brand, and we came up with the candle French Kiss. I'm obsessed with it. It is like the most beautiful candle. It was limited edition, so it's not available anymore, but it is still one of my favorites of 2019 because I still have a ton of them like stocked and put away so I can like keep it as long as possible. But yeah, obviously French Kiss by Emma Rose was definitely a favorite of 2019, and hopefully there are more things like that to come in 2020. That was definitely my first collaboration, I guess, on a product, which was really exciting for me for 2019, which in itself was a favorite. So definitely more of those to come. I'm super excited about the plans that I have for 2020 and all that good stuff, so stay tuned. And then the last favorite in the beauty category would have to be fragrance, and I am obsessed with the Chloe Lowe fragrance. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll have it obviously linked down below and I'll have photos here, but it's actually pretty new. I got it just a few months ago, but I'm obsessed with the fragrance. I think it smells so good, and it's kind of my everyday perfume now. So I discovered it in 2019, a little bit late into 2019, but still 2019, so I'm counting it as a favorite. Okay, so now on to food and travel. So like I said, I feel like I traveled a ton in 2019. I think it's the most traveling I've ever done in a year, which is so exciting and so cool that I can say that. So I thought I would go through some of the top destinations that I went to this year and why I love them. So like I said, I went to a ton of different places. I went to Greece, London, Paris, south of France. I went to Miami. I went to New York. I feel like I was everywhere, which is so cool. But I definitely have some top favorites. So my top 3 favorite travel destinations of 2019 would have to be Paris, because it's honestly my favorite city in the entire world. And I was lucky to go, I think, 3 times this year, which is so cool. And then 2, I would have to say the south of France. I completely fell in love with the south of France. It was my first time going this year, and I am definitely going back because I, like I said, fell in love with it. And then my 3rd top destination of 2019 would have to be Greece. I actually went with the girls and it was such a fun girls trip. I had the most fun ever, and I think we really experienced it really well. We went to Santorini and Mykonos, so it was obviously super beautiful. So those 3 destinations were definitely my top favorite. I actually have vlogs from all of the places that I just mentioned, so if you guys want to check those out, I'll have them linked down below for you guys. And then for food, I definitely ate a ton this year. I feel like I experienced new restaurants and I tried new foods, and I definitely have like my top favorite foods this year. So the first restaurant that I wanted to shout out is obviously, you guys already know what I'm gonna say probably, but Jones on 3rd. Me and the girls go to Jones on 3rd all the time when we're in LA, and it's one of my favorite restaurants ever. Their pancakes are stunning queen, and you guys already know this if you guys follow me on Instagram. So definitely Jones on 3rd is obviously a favorite. Another place that I really love is Ichiban, and that's actually in Vancouver here. I feel like I'm such a regular there that they get annoyed when I show up because I'm literally there like 4 times a week. But I really love the sushi there. If you guys are from Vancouver, it's located in West Vancouver, and it's called Ichiban, and it's really good. So I love it. A next favorite is kind of random, but again, you guys already know this if you follow me on Instagram, but olives are definitely a favorite of 2019. I've always loved olives like my whole life, but definitely in 2019 it was like loving them on another level, and I feel like I kind of made it public as well. Like I started posting about it on stories, and you guys know that it's so on brand for me. Like olives are so on brand for me, and every time I go to restaurants I always get marinated olives, and I just eat olives all the time. So olives was definitely a favorite of 2019, and honestly just like a favorite in general in my life, but definitely needed a shout out. And last but not least, my favorite food this year, which again is super random, but Chipotle. I feel like I ate at Chipotle so much. I don't know why, but I feel like it's just such an easy meal, and me and Steven just kind of fell in love with Chipotle. Every time we're home, we eat Chipotle all the time. We're always at Chipotle. I think it's because a Chipotle opened up near my house. Maybe that's why it was a fan favorite this year. I honestly don't know, but Chipotle was eaten a ton this year, so I thought it deserved a favorite. And then last restaurant that I wanted to mention in my favorites video is Roku, and Roku is again another sushi restaurant. As you can tell, I just love sushi, and sushi is a favorite in my life in general, but Roku is another one of my favorite restaurants, and this restaurant is actually in LA as well. So if you guys are from LA or you're traveling to LA, I would definitely go check out Roku on Sunset. It's on Sunset Boulevard in LA, and it's so freaking good. So we always again go to Roku when we're in LA, so definitely a favorite. Okay, and then now on to the category of music, TV, and movies. So music for me, again, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you're gonna know the answer to this, but the first favorite of 2019 definitely is Ariana Grande. The Sweetener album and the Thank You Next album literally changed my life, I think. I remember it coming out, and honestly this entire year was like based around Ariana Grande's album. Every time the girls and I were together, we'd play Ari when we're getting ready, we'd play Ari when we're sad, we play Ari literally all hours of the day. And then also Ariana headlined Coachella, which is obviously a huge deal, and you guys know we thrive at Coachella. So the entire weekend of Coachella alone was like surrounded by the idea that Ariana Grande is headlining. So yeah, Ariana Grande's albums this year truly changed my life, and I stand by that, and they will forever be my favorite, and I'm a huge stan. Oh my god, and I just looked down at my phone to check my list, and you guys, she's literally my background on my iPhone. So that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. Okay, so some more music that I discovered in 2019. I actually discovered Billie Eilish and Lizzo in 2019, which are now two of my top favorite artists. So I feel like that was really cool. I remember at Coachella I discovered Lizzo, and then Billie Eilish, I think I discovered her. I'm not sure when or how I discovered her, but I loved her album. I'm obsessed with her album. And Lizzo, I'm just like obsessed with her as a person and obviously her music. So those two artists I discovered in 2019 and I love them. Some other artists I really like, Dua Lipa. She's definitely up there for me. I'm obsessed with her. Lennon Stella, I definitely fell in love with her this year. And obviously Dennis Lloyd, shout out to Dennis. We love him, we thrive. Saw him at Coachella, went to his concert, have his merch, completely obsessed with him. Shout out to Dennis Lloyd, we love you. So now on to movies and TV. So first things first, Disney Plus just came out and it's already my top favorite for 2019 because I'm obsessed with Disney. You guys know that's like all I watch. I pretty much don't watch anything else. So Disney Plus for me was definitely revolutionary, and I deleted my Netflix the moment it came out. So Disney Plus obviously released late 2019, but I honestly consider it my top favorite for like TV/movies in 2019 because that's how iconic Disney Plus is to me. It's like revolutionary, I'm telling you. So some other movies that came out in 2019, obviously I really loved, are The Lion King, which makes sense because Disney, Toy Story 4, which makes sense because Disney, and Aladdin, again Disney. And then I really like the movie Jumanji. I really like Hustlers. Honestly, a ton of movies came out this year that I really liked. I honestly think I spent a lot of money at the movie theater this year, and to be honest with you, movie night and like date night at the movie theaters is like my favorite thing ever. So I feel like I spent a lot of time at the movie theater this year and I'm not mad about it. So those are kind of like my top favorite movies at the top of my head, but there were like a ton of good movies that came out this year, so. Okay, and then last but not least, I wanted to tell you guys my top favorite Instagram posts of 2019. So I picked my top 2 favorites. It was really hard to decide. I like went through my feed and tried to find my favorite Instagram posts, but it was really hard because there was so many great memories this year. If I had to choose, my first favorite would be this photo because I absolutely loved this look. It was from Fashion Week this year in September, and I was head to toe in like vintage Chanel, which is my absolute dream. I had so much fun creating this look and I had so much fun styling it and shooting it, and it truly was just kind of like one of my favorite looks I've ever put together, and it was really fun for me to wear for Fashion Week. So I think Nitz or Sophie shot it. I'm not really sure. It was the 3 of us obviously at Fashion Week, so one of them shot it. I remember it was at the Met. We shot it inside because that day was super rainy at Fashion Week, so we had to shoot inside, and I thought it was super cute. So I actually just love that outfit, and yeah, that was definitely one of my favorite outfits and photos of the year. And then my second and last favorite photo of 2019 would be this one because it was shot in the most beautiful place. It was shot in Nice, France, and you guys know now that south of France was definitely one of my favorite top destinations I've ever been to. So I loved the backdrop, I loved the hotel we were staying at, I loved my outfit. The swimsuit is by the brand Nude Swim. They're based in Toronto. And then the cardigan, I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so fun. It was the feather trend and it was hot pink, so PFG. It's by the brand Rezex Studios, so they're based in LA. Super cool little brand. But yeah, I just loved the outfit in general. I loved the location, I loved the trip we were on, and it just like brings back good memories from that trip because it was obviously one of my favorites. So I love that photo, and obviously it's PFG, so on brand. So yeah, those were all of my 2019 favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really fun to kind of reflect back on the year and see all of my favorites this year. Obviously I have so many more favorites and memories from this year, but it was really hard to narrow it down into this video and I didn't want to make it too long. So those were kind of my top favorites that I wanted to share with you guys. So yeah, those are my 2019 favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely comment down below and let me know your personal favorite memory of 2019. I would love to know. And I'm honestly so excited for 2020. It's going to be such an amazing year. I have so much planned and I'm so excited to take you guys along with me. I don't say that often and I definitely do think 2020 is our year, so I'm super excited about it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I will see you guys in the new year. Bye!